In this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly where we sell our properties, how we're able to maximize value and sell them as fast as humanly possible. Hey guys, if you're new here, my name's Sumner Healey. I run a business called thelandpioneer.com. In the last 18 months, we've done a little over $2.2 million in sales, and I make these videos to document my journey and hopefully help others along the way. So when people are first getting started in this business, there's a lot of confusion in terms of, hey, you know what, I've got a land deal or I'm looking at buying a deal, but how do I sell it? Where do I sell it? What are the best places to market it? Should I be spending money on marketing? Should I just use the free platforms? So after doing a little over 408 land deals, we're gonna go through and show you guys exactly where we sell our properties, why we use these platforms, and how you can utilize them as well. So this list is actually gonna be pretty simple. There's only a handful of places where you should be investing time and money in terms of actually listing your properties. So first and foremost, it's gonna be the land.com network of sites. This is owned by CoStar. They did a roll-up where they went through in the land industry and bought every single land listing website that was worth its salt. That includes Lands of America, Land and Farm, Landwatch, Lands of Texas. And so it's all owned under one umbrella that goes by land.com. This is a paid platform and they run this through monthly subscriptions, and you typically have to have an annual contract. And truth be told, it does get pricey. And unfortunately, they have a bit of a monopoly within the industry. If you want to use one of those sites, well, you gotta get a subscription for all of them. And in this example, we're gonna be talking about being a signature partner on their website. Now, prices really run the gamut. I've seen as low as $350 for a 5 listing slot. Currently, we spend about $2,500 a month. That gives us 25 slots and a few premium listings as well. Now, the reason that I'm so bullish on land.com is they own all the websites where people are actually going with intent to buy land. There's a lot of listing platforms out there that have all sorts of real estate listed on the website. And so what that does is you get a lot of folks reaching out that aren't incredibly serious about just shopping for land. Now, the opposite is true on the land.com network of sites. The people that are going to those websites are going with the sole intent to buy land. So you typically are gonna have a more sophisticated buyer. You have someone who's already made up their mind that they want to go towards buying a piece of vacant land, and because they have a monopoly within the space, they generate the most traffic out there for land leads. So while the platform is expensive, when we look at the quality and the quantity we get, it's really hard to beat the land.com network of sites. If you're just getting started, I highly encourage you to bite the bullet and get a subscription there. To this day, we sell the vast majority of our properties on the land.com network of sites, and I've noticed we're able to sell our properties faster and for more in a lot of cases than just about any other listing platform. What's nice too is it works for cheaper properties, it works for mid-tier properties, it works for ultra expensive larger properties, and so you can really sell any property type on there in regard to land. The next platform that we use that I'm also very bullish on is flat fee MLS listings. If you've been in the land space for some time now, you know that working with realtors is pretty much a joke when it comes to land. Yes, there are some land specific realtors out there that are awesome, but they are diamonds in the rough. And what I found is using a realtor to get on the MLS is typically not worth all of the trouble. They typically add more of a hindrance than value to the process, and you've got to pay them anywhere from 2% all the way up to 10% in regard to a commission. We use a website called brokerlist.com, and this runs us anywhere between $100 to $300 depending on the market to get our property on the MLS. Now, the MLS is going to have extremely high quality leads. Quantity is going to be lower than land.com. And one of the things you're going to find about the MLS is it only works for certain property types. Typically, the ultra cheap stuff just isn't going to make a lot of sense because buyers agents aren't going to take their client to go look at a $4,000 property or a $5,000 property. So even if you're listing a cheap property on the MLS, more times than not, you're not really going to get that same push that you would get if you're putting a mid-tier or ultra expensive property on the MLS. What's nice about the MLS is it's also going to syndicate your listing to, Redfin, Realtor.com, Zillow, places like that where it's really difficult to get your listing up there unless you're going through one of those flat fee MLS providers. Back in the day, you could list your properties directly on Zillow as a for sale by owner or even on some of the other platforms, but it's really shifted in the last few years and it's not worth the headache and brain damage that it takes to try to figure it out. So on the MLS, quantity is going to be lower than land.com. Quality is potentially even a little bit higher in some cases, but again, it only works for select property types. What we've also found is that MLS is highly specific to the market that you're working in. For some markets, the MLS works like a dream. For other markets, it kind of falls on deaf ears. The next platform that we use is Landflip.com. This is a bit of a competitor to the Land.com network of sites. They own a handful of additional websites under the same umbrella, like Ranchflip, Lotflip. Now, truth be told, I feel like Landflip is just starting to catch some steam. In the last year, traffic has really increased for them, and they're doing pretty well in terms of generating leads. What I've found is the quantity is about half of what you're gonna get from the Land.com network of sites. Right now, we generate about 75 leads per month on Landflip, where on Land.com, we will generate anywhere between 200 to 300, depending on the month. Now, the problem with Landflip is the quality is nowhere near what you'd find on the MLS or the Land.com network of sites. I've also found that it typically works best for properties under $30,000 or $40,000. I've never sold a bigger property on Landflip. And back in the day when we were working in the space of flipping really cheap properties, Landflip would give us about 4 to 5 sales a month when we were doing about 20 to 25 sales a month. Now our business does about 10 to 15 sales a month. We've moved up market. We're going after higher quality properties, and we're lucky if we get 1 sale a quarter from Landflip. Now I do still keep it around because we do get new leads that go into our CRM, where we get traffic going to our website that fills out lead forms and they opt in. So we're still collecting information, and I look at that as value. Anytime I can get a potential land buyer's email and phone number and name and a general idea of what they're looking at, even if they don't buy today, I want them in our CRM so we can follow up with them for years to come. Now, what's nice about Landflip.com is it's very, very affordable. I think the lowest end package is about $99 a month. Now, one of the beautiful things about Landflip is they set a much higher quantity for listings than what you're gonna get on the Land.com network of sites. That $99 package is gonna get you 50 listings per month. Now, it's definitely a pay-to-play platform. The higher tier listings are gonna give you a bigger listing portfolio for what you can post, but more than anything, they're gonna actually rank you higher on all of the search pages. So what I found is to really get the most value out of Landflip, you need to be on their premium package, which I believe is about $300 or $500 a month. It's been a long time since I've gone and looked at it, but that's what I remember. What's great is even at that premium price, it's still gonna be a fraction of what you would pay on Land.com for the same number of listings. But even at the top tier, we look at the exposure on Landflip versus Land.com, it's about a third of what you're gonna get in terms of views and clicks from Landflip to Land.com. Now, the next one is one that I have a bittersweet relationship with, and that's Facebook. Now, Facebook is technically a free platform. You can use Facebook Marketplace or you can use Facebook buy-sell trade groups. We found that Facebook buy-sell trade groups perform way better than the Marketplace does. In order for the Marketplace to really work, what you need to do is take your listings and syndicate them and post them in really every major metropolitan marketplace all throughout the US. Believe it or not, a lot of the people that buy properties from us are not in the same county or even the same state as the property that they're buying. So what you need to do is cast a really wide net on Facebook Marketplace, and you will get leads that come in. Now, the buy-sell trade groups, you're gonna get people that are typically within that county or within that state. You definitely get a lot of haters on there, people that will come on your listing and say it's a scam or blah, 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 blah. But I have found that the buy-sell trade groups have a higher quality lead, definitely a little bit less quantity than what you're gonna get in the Marketplace. Marketplace is gonna be an incredible quantity of leads. Quality is pretty much abysmal. Now, the problem with Facebook is it's interruption marketing. That means someone's going to look for a bicycle for sale and then they see your property for sale. You're gonna get a lot of people that reach out just on a quick impulse where they say, oh, I actually would like to buy a property. I didn't even know I wanted to, but that's a nice looking property. So you get a ton of people that are reaching out that have no idea what they want. They don't know anything about land. This is their first time ever having the idea that should buy a property. So there's a lot of educating that you need to do on the front end. Now, one of the problems with Facebook is since you're getting such a high quantity of leads and most of them are not great, it takes a ton of manpower to work through them, answer their silly questions, and actually qualify them. And what we found is when we have an employee running our Facebook accounts, it's actually very expensive when you factor in the time and the cost of the employee to manage those leads, manage the listings. It actually becomes a platform that you can spend anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500 per month if you have someone running it full time. The other thing is your Facebook accounts do run the risk of getting banned. My personal Facebook account has been banned for years. I used to buy Facebook accounts and utilize them, but that was causing all sorts of problems for us as well. So what we've actually done is we've removed Facebook from our business entirely. We no longer use it, but I've got tons of colleagues in this business who sell maybe a third to half of their properties on Facebook. What I found is you can sell every kind of property on Facebook, but it does seem to work best for the cheaper, more intro type properties. Now, the last one is going to be your own personal website. I do recommend having a website. It's nice because you can funnel leads that maybe don't reach out on the listing platform, but they might stumble on your website and then maybe they fill out a lead form on your website, or maybe they call you or email you. So it's really nice for that. It's also nice for the SEO benefits. It takes years to actually get some SEO juice behind your website, but it does happen. Right now we get about 1,000 organic people that just come to our website directly through SEO. It's taken us years to get to that point, but it is a really nice benefit to be getting that free search traffic from Google. What's nice is those leads have real intent. They're going on Google and saying, I want land in Wyoming. Oh, hey, the landpioneer.com. They look like they have property in Wyoming. So it's not that interruption-based marketing that you're gonna see on platforms like Facebook. The last one is gonna be social media, namely TikTok and Instagram Reels. Because TikTok and Instagram Reels are duking it out right now, trying to take market share, they are giving a lot of juice to videos that get posted on their platform. Even if you don't have a ton of following, you can still get thousands or tens of thousands of views from your TikTok or Instagram Reels videos. We actually had one day where we sold $70,000 worth of property from one TikTok video that got a couple 100,000 views. Now, similar story to Facebook, interruption-based marketing, you're gonna get tons of people that are not qualified, you get a pretty high quantity of leads, but we have actually found that there are quality leads on TikTok. TikTok has been our favorite platform to use for listing properties. There's actually a ton of adults on TikTok, and a third of the people on TikTok have an income over $100,000, so you do have people which are qualified. And that really makes up the gamut of what we use in our land investing business for listing our properties. Yes, there are other platforms you can experiment with, but I found they're just not worth the time and energy to utilize. This list is how we sell over $1 million a year in raw vacant land. It's just by using these listing platforms. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or you have any input, drop a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you guys want to see more free land investing content. That's all I got for you. Take care.